So I've come into one of our animal holder rooms to show you the kind of thing that we've got set up here for one of our clients, and Chrissy's the real expert in this area, so I'm going to get her to talk through some of our setup in here. So we've got some mice on this rack here just next to Chrissy, and Chrissy's going to tell us a little bit about what we have on this rack.
So in these cages at the moment we have 6 animals per cage. As you can see here, they've got loads of nesting material which they've made into lovely little beds for themselves. Some little fun tunnels which they can also chew on if they so wish to destroy. We've got 2 bottles of water and some food at the back. Also got pellets on the floor and some wood blocks somewhere hiding in their bed.
So what are the wood blocks for?
So it's to help make sure that their teeth don't overgrow and become maloccluded. These are a black 6 strain, so usually on a black 6 background they get malocclusion quite easily. So it's just a way to help reduce that.
Lovely. They look like really big cages for mouse cages. Is there a reason for that?
Yes, these are our larger cages. Study specific reasons for it, and also because we have 6 mice in here at 35 grams, it gives them the floor space that they need and they require for their stocking density.
So we have different types of cages in here, because I can see we've got some larger ones here, and then we've got some smaller ones on this side.
For the animals, for the enrichment, for the space that they need, we decided that these would be best for his study.
Super. And have these animals had any procedures yet?
No, not yet. So we use the a system online that tells us when the animals have come in, and what cohort they're on, what studies they're on, and if they've had any procedures done. So at the moment they are just here for, they're acclimatising for a week, and then their study should start next week. And the cage label will be updated to state that.
So far, as part of this vlog, I've taken you around the facility, I've shown you the infrastructure, we can see what the building is capable of, but we haven't spoken about one really important factor, and that is the staffing within the facility. Although the facility is great, we are only as good as our people. So to talk about staffing, this is Stuart, our facility manager at Discovery Park. Stuart's worked for Agenda for 20 years, so knows the company really well, and has managed really varied teams, so definitely got an expert on the case. So just starting off with a really open question, Stuart, what staffing do we provide on site?
Agenda will provide all the named people required for the establishment. That will include the establishment licence holder all the way down to the animal care staff that's required on a daily basis.
Some of those roles, they're really expert roles: training and competency officer, named information officer, and they can be quite tricky for a company to have amongst their resources. Does that mean if a company want to use this facility to do their resource, they can use ours?
They can always use our staff because they're part of our certificate and they're named on the certificate as holding those roles. So it would be preferable that they use our name, training and competent officer, or our NAPRO.
Taking that a bit further, you don't need to be based on site to use the facility. You don't need to have all of those specialist roles. Agenda would provide that for you.
That's correct. You could be anywhere in the world and Agenda could do the work here for you, providing all of the staff required.
Right. So it's obviously really, really important for our customers' business continuity that we have those staff, but that we keep those staff as well. So how do we make sure that we keep a hold of our talent?
We provide a really good career structure with training all the way through the life of a technician. And not only can they be technicians, they may wish to migrate on to being a research assistant. They have a training bank account which they can use to develop through their life. And development doesn't always mean something that's at work related. As long as it makes you a better person in your role, it will be considered.
Do you think being an animal technician is a job anyone can do?
I think that you have to have a real empathy for animals.
We've been filming this vlog throughout COVID and 3 different lockdowns we experienced through COVID. How would we have made sure that we could provide a service throughout that if it happens again in the future?
We have our own business continuity plan, which includes pandemic planning, and that will advise us on assessing the situation and then seeing what an appropriate response would be. In this case, we were able to bubble our staff so that if one team was affected by COVID and had to isolate, the second team wouldn't, and we wouldn't entirely lose full services. We'd be able to maintain our services.